Hey everyone, welcome. This is the weekly Zodiac where we touch base on each and every single sign of the Zodiac from Aries all the way to Pisces. Bing, whatever the cards say, the cards say. Whatever I say, I say. That's how it is. I hope you all are doing well. If you're here, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share, do all the things. You know how YouTube likes it when you push all my buttons. I like it too, so. And if you hit the bell, you get notified. You guys know how this works. I always feel so weird saying that part, but I feel as though I have to say it, so. Hit that subscribe button, you guys. But we're going to get right into it. I hope you all are doing well. We're going to start right off with my dear friends, Aries. My fiery Aries. Cards already falling out for you. 7 of buckets. I like that. In the middle, representing you, I pulled 2. The Devil and the Star in reverse. Aries. Aries. The 6 of brushes in reverse, and that's exactly what will happen if you feel this way. In the middle, representing you, is the Star in reverse and the Devil. This is like that little low self-esteem. You can have really, really high self-esteem and still have this going on. You could be looking at something very different, like the way, in a way that nobody but you sees it, okay? And when you start noticing that nobody but you sees it, this is very innovative, very different, right? You start kind of having self-doubt within yourself because it's like you don't have confidence within yourself. And it's consistently thinking about that. What's the Star about? The 5 of buckets, disappointing situations, and focusing on it. That is definitely, right now I feel like you're zeroing in on just possibly how, you're not, it's definitely a low self-esteem vibe. Very low self-esteem. And being very focused on the fact that you're not good enough. Alright, you're not good enough. But within you is this greatness that you don't even see, all right? It's this beautiful thing. Lots of little things. All right, let me see if that's 7 of buckets. The 8 of brushes, and I put it down so I couldn't see it. I put it down like that. But it's the 8 of brushes, and that's being fast. 7 to 8. This is anxiety. This is big time anxiety. Getting overwhelmed all of a sudden of a lot of things, and it just comes, the feeling of it just overwhelming. It's too much. Too much. Ooh, Aries. This is like giving up on giving up on it. Let's just put it that way. I want to say on friends, but it could be like working. What's the 6 of brushes about? The Sister of brushes. To pursue other things. I just want to be like, it's like giving up because that's giving up too soon. Giving up too soon because it's I want to say you're naive to the subject. You're still learning. You're very passionate about it. There's a reason why you're going forward on it or want to, but then you have this self-doubt kicking in. Oh, I shouldn't. That'll kill a dream fast. All right. What about a dream? A moon. And then I pull the moon. That'll kill a dream fast. All right. Just keep going. Keep moving forward with it. Don't give up. Don't give up. This is one of these things is where, like, it's so different. It's so new. It like, other people, they're not going to get it until you start showing them. And then you start showing the way and you stand strong in your idea and yourself and where you're going. The social justice. People will start understanding. And I feel like it'll become a norm. All right? Innovative ideas like this, they're always called, you're called crazy at first, right? And so crazy it might work, and then people start coming to you for advice on the situation. Be very passionate about it. It gives you anxiety because it's so big. It's outside of your normal vibration, all right? And a lot of it is possibly thinking about what ifs. We'll start putting what if it worked out. What would it be like if this all worked? My dream came true. The Ace of brushes. The Ace of brushes. That's what will happen, Aries. Oh my God, it'll come. Your hard work, your dedication, the passion, the feeling behind it will manifest in your life in front of you. Everything will start working out and playing exactly how you want to. So I want to be like, this is a veil of anxiety that you just have to stand strong and push through, because you're going to start creating some magic when you do. And you're going to change. I feel like you're going to change like a social norm of some sort. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Within your circle or the world. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But it's going to change something. People are going to be like, oh, glad you came up with this different idea to approach this differently. Because now this is how we do. Get it, Aries? Alright, I hope that resonated with you. Made you feel some sort of way. And we're moving on to that Taurus. Alright, Taurus, yeah. Alright, Taurus, gang. This is me. Taurus. Need a couple shuffles. So, we have the Six of Buckets in reverse. The Brother of Buckets in reverse. The Mama of Brushes. You got it in reverse. She's standing on her head. The Sister of Stencils in reverse. What's up? In the middle, representing you, is two cards. It's the Mama of Brushes and the Brother of Buckets, both being in reverse. That's a low vibration. That's kind of being very sulky, very jealous, very, very jealous. Both of these cards being in reverse mean jealousy. Alright? The Six of Buckets, that could be an ex coming from the past, springing up these jealous emotions. The Sister of Stencils in reverse. What's that about? The Judgment in reverse. Okay. I kind of get this feeling of like an ex coming in back into your existence, bringing up all these, like, maybe they're like doing something where you're like, you're jealous of them, and you're like, what are they? You know, like, it brings up this weird emotion of jealousy, right? And it's trying to go back and step away from that and step out of that. When the Six of Buckets is in reverse, it's like you need to step out of your past and move forward into your future. The Six of Buckets is also in the place that represents the past, right? So I feel like you're keeping it in the past and you're trying to move on, but it's triggering. There's triggerings of jealousy, and like, you could talk to this person, think you're cool, and then all of a sudden you're like, it triggered not, you know, like. So it's going back to the drawing board and making, um, feeling out when you got triggered, right? What your bad decision was, what the conversation where you were having, what happened, okay, where you were, and just mind state, all right, when you wanted to felt an urge to just walk away. If this feeling comes up with a person from your past, doesn't have to be an ex. I feel like it could be just a person from your past, like, and you get these weird triggery emotions, and you get the feeling of walk away and reassess the whole reason of why this is a bad idea, because I feel like they're in your past for a reason. They're not making you feel so good. The Ace of Spray Cans, when you talk to them, I feel like it, like I said, and I looked at this, the jealousy and all that, I've just pulled up the Ace of Swords. It's like when you start talking to them, and then all of a sudden jealousy comes up, and you're like, I just gotta go and leave. This is a bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. Listen to that stuff, because guess what? It probably fucking was. Probably is. Probably is. And there's a reason. Looking at that Six of Buckets, alright? The Mama of Spray Cans comes out. That's a Queen of Swords. This is a person, she's got PTSD. It's my PTSD card. This person triggers you, alright? She's very cold, very blunt, and it could be like one of those things where you're having a great conversation, and then all of a sudden you get triggered and you say some cold ass shit. That is true, though. And walking away from it, because it's like, you know what you did, kind of feeling like, you know what you did. Now you deal with it. And she will gladly say that to you and walk away. So that's your energy. Gladly tell you. Gladly. To the Empress in reverse. Again, to this. So you can sit there, go back, and look at your own growth. And what made you triggered? What actually, so you can prevent that from happening in the future. And I want to be like, feel the feels of it, and get acceptant of it. so it doesn't like come back up in your face in later circumstances because you're not over this energy. It'll show up in your reality again until you feel the feels and figure out the trigger and the PTSD and why you need to walk away from it. All right? It'll continue to show up in different forms, in different ways. It'll look different every time, but it's the same thing, same vibration, same energy. All right? Same lesson. So, I hope that resonated with you, made you feel some sort of way, but we're going to move on to Gemini. Oh, gems. How are you? I hope you all are doing well. Gemini. Ace of Coins in reverse. Magician in reverse. What's up? I just want to say this is a mindset. Look at this Nine of Swords. Mindset. This is a mindset. I can already tell. If you're thinking this way, this is you're gonna create this. All right. In the middle, which represents you, in the Magician in reverse. It's like missing an element, feeling like he's very like the alchemist. All right. He can take all the elements, break them down, rearrange them into something different. All right. This is formulating energies and creating magic out of it. And when he's in reverse, it's like, how do I say this? It's like in putting together an IKEA bed or something like that, or a table, and having a lot of extra parts and then being like, this isn't right. And it works for a little bit, right? But it's just not right. It's not as sturdy. It's not quite right because these extra parts actually belong in there. It works, okay? But it's not whole, okay? It's not whole. It's not exactly correct. This is very interesting. The Ace of Coins in reverse, it's missed opportunities. So I feel this feeling of like, see this? This is a missing element and a missed opportunity. And poof, so it's like putting a Band-Aid over it. I feel like it's putting a Band-Aid over a situation that is missing an element, but we're going to make it work anyways. Now this, the Nine of Swords, this is being all up in your head, thinking it's way worse than what it actually is. When the Nine of Swords comes up in reverse to me, as a reader personally, it's like, what's the point? Ready to give up. Like, pretty sad, low dose stuff. The Four Coins, that's self-worth, cutting yourself short. This makes me want to cry because there's an element missing. There's an element missing in this. You're feeling it. It's all you can think about, but I feel like you're trying to put it together. The Three of Coins, it's collaborating with someone who's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are steps. The Knave of Swords. And I dropped the King of Coins. That means you're dropping the ball on grounding your energy. And as I'm looking at all these, I'm like, all I see is coins. So I feel like there's a lot of like needing to ground yourself, looking at how much abundance you actually have, what is actually there. It's like looking at the table and being like, yeah, it's fucked up, but at least we have it. The Knave of Swords, and then the King of Coins fell on the table. On the ground. Excuse me. So you're dropping the ball on being the one that everyone looks up to, and because you're being mature, I want to be like you're chasing something that you will never have, right, in your mind. You're chasing something that you will never have. And you have set this in your mindset. I will never have this. And that's what you're going on. That's why it's not there. That's why I feel like you're working with people, but it's not there. It's not right fitting, right? It's not quite right. You can't stop thinking about how it's so bad and how you're being like cut short. It's not, because something's not there. Something's not fitting. Now, my theory on this is think that it will come in. Don't manipulate it and don't try and force things to have it happen. Just be like, this is going to work out. I'm going to be grounded, and that's how that is. And watch it come into your reality. Big facts. The Two of Swords. You need to make that hard decision that if you want this, if you don't want this, which I feel like is what you're leaning. You could say you want it, but you're set that you're not going to get it. You just have to decide that you will. All right? And as soon as you make the decision that you want to work with this, right? it'll come into your reality. The Justice. That's balance. Everything will balance out and be like right. The elements will come together. There's a 3 too, the 2 pillars with the 1, and this is the 1 in the middle, like the justice scales, right? These go up and down. This stays. This is you. You're the pillar. You decide. Is it going to be balanced? All right. You just have to make the decision. If you're sitting here, like, this is one of those ignore your circumstances feeling. Ignore it. And that's a lot easier said than done. But trust me, as soon as you decide you're going to get it, and this is yours, and you know it, like, no doubt, it'll come into your reality in some shape or form. And it won't be the way that you expect it. Trust me. That's the beauty of it. All right, hold on. Hope that resonated with you, made you feel some sort of way. We're going to move on to Cancer. All right, Cancer. Cancer. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Shoot. Son. Social justice. Yeah. That's beautiful. In the middle representing you is the 10 of coins and the 2 of brushes in reverse. I feel like you have a way of seeing abundance, all right? And it's good. This is good. This is a way of seeing abundance and seeing it no other way. Recognizing no other pattern than abundance. That's pretty cool. All right, what's the definition of crazy? Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. I feel like you recognize your patterns and you do nothing to change it because it is giving you abundance. This is one of these things of possibly just being like, I'm abundant, and creating it, right? Focusing on it. I feel like you have a goal and a mission and you get it, you know? All right, brother stencils to the 5 of spray cans. And this is in your future too. Okay, this is one of these things where you could have there's a harsh fight between 2 people, or I want to say 2 people, definitely. This is a harsh fight between 2 people. Truth, you can't know the truth. It says draw the raised bridge, alright? And I get this big feeling of burning bridges, but it's truthful. No fire. It's all swords. It's fighting on a bridge. Right? That's interesting. Brother stencils in reverse. It's needing a new plan. New strategy. Alright. So that right there. Yeah. This right here. The 7 of spray cans in reverse. This is being cheated on. And deceitful behavior. Okay? Ooh. To create that abundance. So it could be good, it could be good, it could be good, and then all of a sudden it just isn't good. This could be one of these things where, like, you're creating, I don't say wealth, but then in relationship-wise and all that, you get cheated on, you get fucked over, and all this. This is needing to create balance between the two, definitely. Change your plan of how you do things completely. When you get into these fights, don't get yourself back into the same shit by ignoring what has happened. The 9 of spray cans, this is overthinking about it too. It's weighing a lot on your mind that you need to switch up the way you do things, possibly in the near future. I don't feel like it's happening. I feel like you're currently in a moment where you're like, yeah, shit's going good. And then all of a sudden you manifest something shady. And it's possibly the universe just like, how are you going to react to this? How are you going to react to this? Are you going to change your way that you handle these things, or are you going to continue to do it in the same way? And I feel like it's obsessing over it, possibly, and consistently thinking of the fight and how it needs the 2 of stencils. It's juggling a lot of things, and that's overwhelming, very overwhelming. Just the fact that you need to change up your system because you're so set in your ways of how you do it, because it works usually. What's this in the past here? The sun and the social justice. The brother of brushes in reverse. feel like you can't go back to that. I feel like you possibly had it in like the life before, like where everything just like everyone agreed with everyone, and everyone was high vibrational. But then the brother of brushes, and then it's just nervousness and to pursue that more. This is cold feet in the past. Six of spray cans. That's a resisting flow. So again, this is one of these things. Things could be going good, and then something happened where you either got fucked over or whatever, and then you resisting the thought of that we can't continue with this anymore, and then it's creating like you could be creating like focusing on abundance and creating that well, but you still have this like subconscious of cheating in your head or being fucked over in your head, so then you carry it on into your future. And what you're going to do is end up creating like the same fights with different people and all that because you're consistently thinking of it. It's all up in your head. All you can think of is this is gonna happen, right? It's needing to switch that and think the positive of this. You can start thinking that bad of something, but then dead ass in the middle of the thought, switch it up. Be like, no, I consciously choose to change that. That's enough. Juggling, switching it up, and then change it to a different thought. Because you'll just end up creating the same thing over and over and over and over again. Different person, different place, different thing, same vibration. Alright? And I feel like I just said that with someone else, but it's true. So, alright. I hope that resonated with you. Made you feel some sort of word. But we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Leo. Alright, Leo. Wow. Cat gang. Oh, Leo the lion. Let's see what we got for you. Ace of spray cans. And that's too funny because I wasn't going to say all that, and I forced myself to say it. I heard, say it. You just say it because it came to my head. It's clear communication. I see humans but no humanity. The mama of buckets. Oh, that's so funny. She's got a whole cup of care for everyone, though. So, do you want to talk about humanitarian? A little bit of that mama of buckets. The three of buckets in reverse. Social justice. Brother of brushes. In the middle, which represents you, is the three of buckets in reverse. And the mama of buckets. It's taking care of your clan. That's staying in and being, that's staying in and taking care of yourself. Alright, this can go in a couple different ways. This could just be like taking care of your clan and staying at home and not going out and showing love there, right? This could also be like showing love to yourself, staying at home. You know what I mean? Alright? In the past, clear communication about what the mama of stencils in reverse. This is talking about how you need a break, needing to like take a bubble bath, have a vacation, being like really being sweet and caring and giving and just being that person who's just like, now I need a break. Because when you take in so much I want to say negative energy because I feel like you are loving humanitarian type person. You talk positive into this world, so when you do, you know, but this is definitely taking a minute to take care of yourself, having the opportunity to do it. There could be, what's up, star in reverse, so social justice in reverse, okay, so I feel like when you're doing this, and this is the Five of Cups in reverse, you're gonna take time to like love on yourself and care and nurture for yourself, right? Something you've been talking about, therefore it's something that will happen because it's how we create it. It's like speaking it into existence, alright? Now, this is like a disappointing situation that you're focused on. I feel like when you come out of that relaxation that you're giving yourself, more shit's gonna come. More shit is gonna come, and you're not gonna see why, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, what the fuck? And I feel like people are gonna come towards you and gravitate towards you with the Brother of Brushes and the Star in reverse, and you're gonna be like, why? You're a big deal, and you don't realize it, because you come up with very, like, what they need to hear. I'm just saying, you come up with what they need to hear on the subject. You're a big deal, you don't even realize it. So, yeah, okay, but the Two of Stencils in reverse, exactly, yeah, okay, but that's a lot to handle, and that's a lot to juggle. I want advice from the cards. The Papa of Brackets. The Papa of Buckets. Didn't I say that when I... Anyways, so now you have the mama and the papa, and this is the to the three of buckets in reverse. Remember how I said you're gonna end up spending like you time and all that with your clan and all that? It's gonna resort back to your clan, and I feel like they will help you with this. It doesn't have to be all on you. They're gonna show you the love within it, so you can help this. I feel like this is part of like your purpose. Okay, when people aren't seeing things, they in their lives that is right. They gravitate towards you. Who is this? Leo. Interesting, because you're very high vibrational, like Leo. People want a piece of that, and it can get overwhelming sometimes. You know. I feel like people are active. Like, I feel like you could possibly, like, if you're single, you could possibly have a lot of people coming at you that you don't like. You know what I mean? You're like, ew, I don't like this. And if you are single, it can be like being like, I'm worth more than this. And there is that one right there. The Sister of Stencils. Time. It's a slow process. The two of buckets. But you two will come together. That's a soulmate. I feel like some good stuff's gonna be coming into your hands here, because this right here, whoever you can turn to or whatever, it's gonna grow that bond deeper and help you realize this is your purpose. It's not a bad thing. This is a good thing. It's a beautiful thing, actually. It's kind of an emotional thing too. So I feel like get ready for the tears. But anyways, ooh, it's in a good way. All right. Anyways, I hope that resonated with you, made you feel some sort of way. But we're gonna move the fuck on to Virgo. Oh, Virgo. So, this deck. He's my badass deck. Ace of Coins and the Seven of Coins. Damn. Let's talk about badass deck right there. That's gifts of abundance and growing seeds. That's like, this is one of these things where like placing an investment into something a while ago, watching the abundance flowing through it. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right. All this. Oh, you like this already. All right, you got the Judgment. With the Queen of Wands. Over here. That's in the future. I like that. That potential. I like that. That's fucking sick. Alright, sorry, excuse me. The Ace of Cups in the middle, which represents you, and it's loaded, which I haven't had this happen, and I just got this whole, like, this hasn't happened in a while. Alright? When I get a card like this, with a bunch of cards, and it's stacked, it means it's stacked. It means this is the situation, this is the story behind it, alright? In the middle, which is you, is the Ace of Cups. Your cup runneth full if you're full of love. Woo, what made you feel that way? The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Coins, and the Knave of Wands. Okay, for some of you, I'm not even gonna lie, it could be like, yeah, threesome, some shit like that. Menage a trois. But anyways, not everyone. That's just something. Alright, you could have been upset for a couple days, alright? This is one of these things. Ooh, I see this. So this could be, okay. This could be a third-party situation and a Queen of Wands, too. Like, a lot of people who could be involved, right? But then there's that one that just shows you, the one that triggers you, that got you upset for a couple days. This is my women vibes. Being upset for 3 days, like period vibes, and all up in your feels, and then coming out of it and being like, I'm good. It's not that bad. Backed up by the Queen of Coins. That's all of a sudden you're grounded. Your energy is grounded. You went from like hot mess over this person to straight like owning the situation. This is like focusing on you and taking care of all your shit, your business, your plans, and all that, to the Knave of Wands, and actively pursuing your hustle, right? And this is the player energy too. This player energy. What is all this? I feel like, what's this Queen of Cups about? The Six of Swords in reverse. Did that put you? Yeah, this shit held you up for a little bit. This shit held you up for a little bit. There's a blockage. It's got you upset. You're all up in your feels, all right? And then all of a sudden, I feel like, poof. Let's clarify this Queen of Coins. The King of Cups in reverse. What's up with all these people? The King of Cups in reverse, being very upset, not being able to, he's not able to handle his emotions. It's like I feel like, alright, logically, you didn't want to get over this. I feel like something emotionally came in, right? Where you had to be like, well, I have to take care of this. This is what I have to do. This is the mature thing to do. Even though I'm upset, like, both of us, yeah, I feel like even though both of us are upset, we have to ground ourselves and take care of business. All right, something has to be done here. So usually with this kind of feeling, this is like a feeling. There is no emergency or anything like that, but it's kind of like when like an emergency flows out, and then like instincts come up, and you're like, I know we don't want to, and I know, but we have to take care of this like right now. And when you do that, you could be like in a fight with this person or whatever, and they have made you upset. But in the process of like taking care of everything, the bond comes back, the growth, you see why you love this person and all this, actively pursue them, see why it possibly stopped the thought process. To the Queen of Wands. Someone else might have actually told them something that they didn't want to hear, that you didn't want to hear. Why do I say that? Someone had, because probably because that person didn't want to hear it either, but they said it because it was true. Just came up. The Judgment. What's this about? To the King of Swords. Hello, cast and crew, man. King of Swords. He's fucking shit, man. In the past, you could have been like, okay, I want to be like that spiritual person who's speaking some fucking truths that nobody wants to hear. Alright? It's like when I'm like, oh, you don't have that in your reality. It's because you believe deep down inside that you can't have it. As soon as you just decide that you want to, that triggers a lot of people. But goddamn, that's true. Ooh, this is you in the past, being that person. Speaking of, like, very high vibrational things in ways that people don't understand, they get offended by it. But it's true. It's true. And you could have attracted this type of person into your life, and that it could be one of those karmic things where you gotta learn a lesson from them. And what happens, what's the Six of Swords? What's that about? The Eight of Coins, wanting to create perfection, but to your detriment, trying to, like, make it all perfect, and guess what? Life's not, imperfections happen, and you have to, like, go off of instinct, even though we don't want to, and it's upsetting, but then that ends up grounding us, and your cup becomes fulfilled because of it. Alright? What's this Queen of Wands about? And then we're moving on. The Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, this is like, and then all of a sudden, you're like the one that everyone, like, yeah, very attractive, because you have been through some shit. You've been through hell. You've been through the fire. You've been through it. So, it gives you the self-confidence within yourself to be like, yo, fierce, deserve this, and whatever else. It'd be like, hand it to me. That's so funny. People will too. People will too, trust me. Alright, I love you, and I hope that resonated with you. Made you feel some sort of way. As soon as your attitude changes within you, in your vibration, everyone else is around you as well. Alright. I hope that resonated with you, made you feel some sort of way. But we're going to move fuck on to Libra. 3323. Sips for me. Alright, Libra. Let me shuffle my shit more, yeah. Libs, how are you? I hope you all are doing well. Libra. The Six of Stencils, the Judgment, and the Mama of Buckets. That's beautiful. In the middle representing you is this lady. I'm sorry, I love using this deck, especially right now. Cracks me up anyways. Because look at it, it's too funny. And then the Mama of Buckets in the future. That's good. Let's clarify this Judgment because it's in the middle, which represents you. It's just beautiful. It's like evolved Libra. Making evolved Libra decisions that are just best for everyone. Alright? I feel like it's having humor within it too. The High Priestess. Ooh. Look at that. That's secrets. Okay. Alright. So, they just did, like, this interview with her. Alright. And they're like, oh, racist. Secrets out. I'm not saying it's true or anything like that, or I have absolutely, you want to know my opinion about this? That's not what we're here about. But this is kind of funny, alright? It's fucking hilarious. Oh, Tarot's got jokes. Anyway, so this is having like a higher. Okay, again, so like possibly something can happen, and you. I want to be like, you see right through the bullshit. You know exactly what's going on. You have an evolved opinion about it. All right, but you're gonna say it in like metaphorically, so you're not even saying it. It's like I'm not gonna tell you my opinion about this shit. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna like, how do I say it? Like drop a joke or something like that that maybe has something to do with it, but we're not gonna say. You know what I mean? It's very it's like talking in a metaphor. And like dancing around the subject, but being very evolved about the whole thing. And like, I'm not gonna say my opinion about this, but in the past, which represents you. In the past, which represents you. That's so funny. Oh, and then I pulled the Hangman. That's self-sacrifice. This is being able to give equal give and take. Being in a position where you can give. This is self-sacrifice to this. What's this? I like this feeling. This is beautiful. The Six of Buckets in reverse, needing to step away from the past of when you have, like, I feel like told this before, been there before, given, I want to be like, given out a lot, could be financially too, given out a lot with, like, selflessly, okay? And because you're in a position to be that way, right? And like humanitarian, being able to give back. And I feel like you're trying to walk away from possibly that. Alright? So you're handling it in a different evolved way. Where you're just kind of like metaphorically speaking, you know what I mean? The two of brushes. It's because you recognize this is their patterns and this is how they do. This is like there will be no change. There will be no change, so why waste our breath? And you expect nothing up from them. Alright, let's say that. You expect nothing from them. You're gonna say it in a very highly, like, evolved manner. You know, I don't know. And I didn't want to say it the same way I just said, because I said in a highly evolved manner too many times in this already. Alright? And this is recognizing you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. And this is, I recognize my patterns, but I'm not going to do anything about it. I feel like you shouldn't, like, you don't want to give to something that you've given to in the past before. So here you are just, like, dropping hints and being like, shit's never going to change. I'm going to walk away from this. But in the future, as the Mama of Buckets, let's clarify that to the three stencils in reverse. Does not work well with others. And that's so funny because she's a nurturer. And she takes care of people. She cares for them. She's like the mama. You know what I mean? Doesn't work well with others, so let me see that. The five stencils. Shit. This could be too, like, still having love for this person in the situation, right? I feel like they ain't gonna listen. They're not. Because you think they're not going to. I'm just saying. You still love them though. Alright? And I feel like there's gonna be love, but they're only gonna get a little bit of it. Like, you don't work well with them. You possibly feel like you've just, like, you know, they make you feel like less than. I don't like it. The Ten of Brushes, that's ending it. You worked on it, but it says, if you want to achieve greatness, stop asking for permission. Like I said, like, this person's gonna come to you for help, and you're like, no, I'm not going to. Like, they could ask you for money or something too, and you're gonna be like, no, I love you, but not that much. The social justice in reverse. I just don't see, like, say they want money or something like that, and you don't agree with the reason. No, I got love for you and everything like this, and I care about you, but I don't agree with this anymore. So you don't have to feed into that. You don't. I want to be like, you don't even have to be so, like, this High Priestess and this is beautiful. It's kind of cool. It's kind of funny, but this right here, I didn't like the vibe of it at first. Like, I thought it was cute, and I do think it's funny, and I'm dropping a card right now. But it's kind of like, why don't you just come out and say it? Why's it gotta be so secretive? Why's it gotta be so, like, fucking metaphor in this situation? You wanna be involved, fucking say it. And because you're gonna end up, like, manifesting this situation where you're like, I don't agree with you. I got love for you, but I gotta end this. Alright, and what's this? And then moving on. The Six of Swords, man. This is once you know a thing, you can't unknow it. It's dropping the ball on something. Move forward, moving, possibly. It's just putting it all to a halt so you can sit there in the past and give back to something from the past that you're fucking. I feel like you're sacrificing your own life for it. I'm just saying, you're going back to it. You can't get out of it. Having a hard time walking away from it. So, advice: the Three of Brushes. Two to the three, man, of brushes. This is. Nothing will change if you don't think it has to change. I don't say nothing's gonna move forward if you don't think it has to. All right, if you, I want to be like, if you want to be like this, like, it's kind of a passive aggressive, not passive. It's not though. It's passive positive, toxic positivity to the subject. In a nasty way. It's weird. You're just gonna end up creating like no. If you want to stay where you are, stay where you are. If you're comfortable in that, then stay in that. But if you want to create something different and want to see it, you gotta change. You gotta recognize your own power problem, your own energy, and change yourself within you to see something change. You can't sit there and I want to be like, just come out and say it, because I feel like it's coming from a spot of love, all right, and care. But I feel like when you say you're afraid, you're not gonna like, it's gonna bring it out to the end. The brother of stencils. How it always goes. Well, if you think it's how it's always gonna go, that's how it's always gonna go. Just saying. 5 spray cans and walking away from it. Just walk away from it then. I feel like I'm talking to a very stubborn person who knows how it is, but yet they won't say it. Guess I'm gonna say it. Because if you're doubting in your head and like things will never change and you're caught up in the past and you always go back to where it's warm and comfortable because it's what's best for everyone else and that's why you come up with this like nasty energy of metaphors and like dancing around the subject, being very evolved and knowing like I feel like you're very like you're just say it, get it off your chest, because you're gonna end up creating ton more grief than is necessary. Not everyone knows what's on your mind, all right, and not everyone's gonna take like passive aggressiveness. It's not like maybe passive positive aggressiveness. That kind of sounds more accurate, and if that makes sense to you, but definitely like it's. I don't know. Just say it. Say whatever's on your mind, because it's gonna end up being where you're just like, I'm done with this shit and I'm ending it. And it's because you can't say it. Alright, anyways, I hope that resonated with you, made you feel some sort of way. We're gonna move on to Scorpio. Alright, Scorpio. Wands, that's funny. So I'm lingering off of Libra's reading, right? And I'm so upset with Libra. I'm like, why don't they just say it? Because they are very, like, high vibration. They're holding back something, so they're being, like, they're saying metaphors and dancing around the subject because they just feel like things will never change, right? It makes me upset. And then we start off, and this is your sign for a secret, and you don't want anyone to know. It's 7 of Wands. I want to be like, you don't want anyone to know where you're actually putting in your fight, where your forward movement is. I feel like you're looking around, and you're moving forward, and I feel like other people don't see it because they don't see the moves that you're making. The Ace of Swords, it's clear communications. People are they're going to be talking about it. The 6 of Swords, because they know about it, because move. All of a sudden, it's like talking about moving. There could be talk about moving. The Chariot to the Queen of Coins. You need to ground yourself first and like really calm your energy. Right. Take a bubble bath. Make sure that you're doing everything that needs to get done for you before you even talk about moving. All right. Seven of Wands to the Six of Coins. Yikes. This is putting in a fight and having it pay off, and you not even saying anything about it. It's like, damn. Like that. That's like having a huge friend circle, right? And then like going through a huge court battle, right? And not telling a single fucking one of them, right? And having like a payout from it, and not telling anybody about it, just having that happen in the background. The fight and the struggle that you have put into it to create this abundance, all right? And I say like court battle because it's like I feel like it's like being sued and winning, you know, like and winning, you know, or suing someone and winning, you know, not telling anyone about it, about the fight that had happened between justice. There's that right there, the imbalance of like in court. That's why I said court. Right there. Nobody knows about it, about how like how unfair it was too. Oh, there's that, the Empress. She just it could be like mother, or she's the fool's mother, right? It could be like dealing with family stuff that you did. That's possibly why you don't even want to say anything about it. It's nobody else's business. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why it's such a secret. Good for you on that one. Whatever fight you put in on that, it's gonna pay off, even though you may not see it. But it's something possibly like it could do with your mother, but basically, or being a mother, or having a hard time getting pregnant, possibly, and then all of a sudden just having it happen. That could happen too, not for all. But forward movement too, needing to ground yourself before this all happened. That also makes sense with this too, of needing to like prep and nest to get ready for it, because that came in. Grounding your energy for before the forward movement, before the big even talking about it. Alright? Because once people know things, they can't unknow it, right? So that whole to whole energy within your manifestation, right? The Hierophant. Alright, that's a wise teacher. What's that about? The Four of Swords, hitting a wall. That's meditation, big times. Because sometimes with this, I look at the Hierophant as your higher self, right? Teaching you these lessons. Like, I will all of a sudden, like, just put a bunch of things that I know, like, together in science, and I'll come up with some crazy theory, like with like quantum mechanics and stuff like that, and physics and all this. And I'm no physicist, I'm no scientist or anything like. But I just come up with like I'm like that makes sense. You know, what if? And then I'll read an article that they just break through in science of all this stuff. It's just knowledge within all of us. That, and once I come up with an, and like that idea probably went in my head in layman's terms because some big ass scientist somewhere was fucking thinking about it too. You know what I mean? Like that shit happens. I'm not saying I'm fucking. It's all within us though, right? And this is hitting a wall, needing daily meditation, right? Slowing the fuck down, needing to slow and chill and receive all your downloads. So then you can start talking about it and moving forward. Because this is one of these things where possibly too, if you all of a sudden gain like a lot of either power or energy or money, all right, let's say that. A good thing is to always keep it secret and then just kind of like ground yourself. Don't do anything for a while with it. Let it sit. And then make your decisions. Because when you're in your heightened states of emotions, you make, bad decisions. And getting stuff like that is usually pretty emotional. But you are going to move forward here, and it is going to be really beautiful. The Five of Wands in reverse. You're going to forgive any fights or anything that has happened, possibly to get you in that point where you had to be like, we're going to court kind of feeling, You'll be more forgiving to all of that, and everything will balance out. I like this energy. That was a cool kind of reading, right? And I hope that resonated with you and made you feel some sort of way. We're going to move on to Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. I'm going to use this deck still. King of Wands, Six of Cups. Dang. Ooh. Ooh. This is wanting to, like, I feel like this is wanting to, like, get sexy with it. Put the romance down. This is, like, actively pursuing a crush. Damn. Get it. Temperance. The Moon. The Tower. Alright, this is like actively pursuing your crush right now. This is like we both see both sides now. It's like talking about it. There's a reason why you want to go and get it. Like the King of Wands, he's doing it. Let's put it that way. There was a lot of confidence in that. Like sexy time. And this is because possibly in the past you've seen both sides. Like I feel like it's been spoken about, and you guys know like there's a balance. The Eight of Swords. But now that's like your perception on it. Once you change your perception on everything, you change your life forever, or anything. Not everything. That's so funny. It could be to everything because it's like through these conversations kind of make it. You come and see eye to eye. You can see both sides of the story where before you couldn't. Now, right? That makes you kind of like, where do we go from here? I don't want to be the asshole here, but what are we doing? That's in the middle representing you. They usually start with you, but it's funny. I feel like you're coming across a little harsh. All right, it's the Seven of Swords. Yeah, you're coming across a little harsh, but it's the plan. Okay, so I feel like this is like a put up or shut up. Are your hands tied or not? We've talked about this. I see your side. You see my side. Now what? And it's being that asshole who's saying that and being like, we have to have a plan. Bet in the Tower. In the future, something's going to happen that you don't want to happen, but once it happens, it's going to change your life forever. Because of this conversation. This Eight of Cups. This is needing to walk away from the whole situation. Follow your instinct towards another. What's that? The Five Coins in reverse now. So it makes you feel less than. I don't know if you're gonna like what they have to say, possibly. The Nine of Swords in reverse. Now, what's the point? This is gonna be like I don't know if this person's gonna be like. I don't know if you're gonna be into it. This person may be into it. I don't know if you're gonna be into it. You're thinking that you're an asshole, that the way you go about things is just not gonna work. Alright? What's the point? I feel like you feel like you're gonna drag him down into poverty. It's so funny. Walking away before you drag him into poverty, realizing that's what has to happen. Yikes. The Ace of Coins. What did I just drop the ball on? The Ace of Coins. That's abundance. Talk about abundance and how you can fucking. This is. You felt like you were good before. Why all of a sudden now it's like, no, talking shit into existence. Big facts. Queen of Wands in reverse is being sulky, jealous, and all kinds of upset. Both of you. No, I want to be like both sides of you. You're masculine and you're feminine. When I say both of you, I just mean you. Alright? This is you just being an asshole and torn because it's kind of one of these things where it's like you ask and you shall receive, right? It comes and you get tweaked. You feel like you're just like less than, and I gotta walk away from this. And Five of Coins, Tower. I don't want to, but I have to. The world's gotta end it. So a new cycle can begin. Why? The Hangman, self-sacrifice. I feel like you're just like you feel less than. I feel like you're gonna bring down this person. Don't. I feel like this person's on the same page as you. So why are you doing this? Seven of Cups to the Nine of Cups in reverse. You're overwhelmed, and it's because you feel as though your cup is not fulfilled enough. Like, if your cup was filled, you would be like, bank, let's get it right now. But if you're cutting yourself short and thinking that you're gonna do this to this person, like dropping the ball on money, you're not good with money, and all that stuff. They know this. I want to be like, they know this. They're aware. You're gonna end up creating it. So, like, I just want to be like. I want to say swing with it and go with it. The High Priestess, listen to yourself here. Listen to your intuition. Like, I want to be like, you were led here. And then there's a 2 right there. What is that? 2. It takes 2. I don't know. Go with it. Don't be so scared of it. I hope that resonated with you, made you feel some sort of way. But we're going to move on to Capricorn. So, last week, apparently, I just bulldozed right over Cappy. My true, genuine apologies to all my Capricorns. I love you guys. Oh, to the 8 of Stencils. Just paying attention to how you're going to approach something very, very emotionally intelligent. Like not reacting, just being. It's like I want to say it's like giving a person flowers and not freaking out. The death in the past, the 4 spray cans in the middle, which represents you, the 2 of brushes. What's up? That's crazy. No, you're crazy. No, I'm crazy. No, you're crazy. Maybe we're both crazy. The 3 of stencils. This is steps. This is, maybe we're both crazy. It's collaborating with other people. Two to the three. Right, in the middle, which represents you, is the 4 brushes. The 4 spray cans and the 3 of stencils. Oh, the 4 brushes is like marriage and celebrations, but the 4 spray cans is hitting a wall with another person. I feel like you and this other person, you're gonna work with another person, right? Brother of buckets in reverse. Gonna bring up a whole bunch of like this makes me tired. This makes me nervous. Someone else from the past is making you nervous to pursue. All right, because in the past it's the death and the 10 of buckets. This is having a hard time letting go of like solid connections that just don't do it for you anymore. It's family, possibly. Recognizing the patterns of why it doesn't make you feel good. If I crisscross applesauce, it's looking into the future, possibly, so you can create something different with the 3 of brushes. It's taking the steps. I recognize my patterns and I choose to change my actions to get different results. The old things have to die. Can't do that again. To the 9 of stencils in reverse. It's very, very sad. This is put together depression. This is like looking like you have a whole, like this is like death to a good thing. This is something that's dying that was a good thing, but it's, you seek greater connections, and this is actually put together depression. Like you may look like you have it all. You could have plenty of money and everything and be like, but really all you want to do is sit in bed and Netflix and chill and eat fucking Ben and Jerry's and cry. All right, but you can't. Like you keep on getting up and you go to work and you do all this. This is very like that energy has to go, and I feel like you're very aware of it to start because you're a big deal and you know it. I feel like other people know it too. So in front of you is a whole new horizon of being able to do everything differently. And it's so funny that these 2 cards come up. Like earlier today, I was sitting there and I was thinking about it. I was like, I am literally at the point in my life where, like, everyone is at every single point in time, but like more so. Like I hit rock bottom and I am rebuilding everything like new. And I have so many options. I could do whatever the fuck I want right now. And whatever, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of realization of like, this is my chance to go, and like the whole world is ahead of me. And being able to do whatever you want. To the mama of buckets in reverse. Being upset for a couple days, and then coming out of it and realizing, hey, it's not that bad. And that you have the whole world in front of you, and that you can do whatever you want. You just have to change the way that you do things. You have to recognize your patterns and decide to change them. And then, boom, Ace of Stencils. That's gift of abundance coming to you because you're so innovative and different. Possibly there could be. Is there someone because it's 3 of stencils. You're nervous to pursue him, but it's someone to collaborate with. The moon, something. This is someone you've been dreaming about. This is someone who's like matching up from like many dimensions. Like this is the star, the moon. Death Star. That's beautiful. Dun, 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 dun. I think I've done that in a copy reading before, specifically. That's funny. It's different though. To the 9 of brushes. Put in the work. Put in the effort. Don't be nervous to pursue. I feel like it's gonna pay off. You have the whole world in front of you, Cappy. Like, choose to do things differently. I feel like you are choosing to do things differently. Even if it's little things that are different, like, you'll start noticing that little vibrational shift in your reality. The more you notice it, too, the more you'll create more of it. Right? I hope that resonated with you, made you feel some sort of way. We're gonna move on to Aquarius. Aqua, baby. 5 of coins. Right on my wrist. What? in the past you could have been, I don't want to say this, but like in the past you could have gotten handouts, and when I say looking for handouts and stuff like that, and not in a bad way, this is like just like, I don't know, this could be like getting on the system, getting food stamps or something like that, like getting like help. It's not, or like going to a food bank at one point in time, or a soup kitchen or something because you had to. Right? It's being in that position of like had to. All right. The Hierophant in the middle in reverse, representing you. The Three of Wands in reverse. Seven of Wands. This is what it's within you to put up a fight. Big facts. All right. It was within you to stand up for your rights, like put up a fight. This is coming out of it. And then talking about your struggle. All right, this is taking your shit past, taking your life lessons from it, standing up when you had to struggle, and you put your fight in, and you taught your goddamn self, and you came out of it. And now you're in a position to talk about it, and I feel like that in communicating about it, and that's when we teach people who are in that position that you once were how to get out of it. All right. Like crisscross applesauce. The Queen of Cups in reverse to that Five of Coins. All right. Being upset for 3 days, then coming out of it, and being like, oh, it wasn't that bad. When you're in a point of poverty, and again, this is very like, this is when people have no idea where else to go. This is one of these things where your lesson is going to end up teaching them something, and because of the way you speak about when it happened. All right, you may not even be directly speaking to them. It's just something that they possibly could have heard you say something, and they're teaching you through your own struggle, your self-taughtness. I like this. To the King of Swords in reverse, you could be an asshole about the situation too, and that's what people fucking like about it. All right, the King of Swords, he's a universal truth speaker. He does not lie. Sometimes he comes across an asshole. It's just who he is because he put in a fight with it. It's like, you know what? It's like when. It's like, I don't give a shit what other people say. I've been through this myself. You can eat a bag of them because I put in the fight. I know how it really is. Real talk. You want to talk about the struggle? You know about this struggle. And I feel like either they can sit in there of this is never going to change, or they can talk about the change and start doing it. The Six of Coins, equal give and take. And why am I? Because I'm like, why do I feel like this is so about like someone else just peering in on you and learning from you? You know what I mean? But this is equal give and take. Being in a position, they're gonna possibly like reap the benefits from the advice, and then come up and talk about that themselves and be like, I learned this from this. You know what I mean? From this person, from Aquarius. I even had to look. I'm sorry. I got caught up in it. Like, I'm just caught up in that. I'm like, who are we even doing? I don't even care. This is a cool story, though. This is a cool story. And that's what people fucking go off of. You know what I mean? Real life stories that has happened to you. Where you taught yourself, you know, sometimes you gotta be a dick and stand up and fight for what you have to. When no one else wants to do it differently, you're the one who has to be in the position to be able to give that bit of advice and to change the world and change your life. The Six of Swords, forward movement. For once you know a thing, you can't unknow it. From seeing, I feel like this is a cool fucking reading, because it's one of these things where you may not even realize that this is happening, but I feel like you're influencing a lot of fucking people to change their lives in some sort of way from one struggle that you had, a move that you had, or something like that. 6666. This is soul fam shit. 666. Six of Wands, Six of Swords, Six of Coins. Don't look at that as a bad thing. Look at that as a good thing. This is coming together like soul fam. Alright, I'm just saying. This family, friends. Ten of Coins. Gang. It's complete abundance. Y'all are gonna, like, this is beautiful. This is one of these things where it's gonna come back at you. Karma's gonna hit you and you're gonna see the abundance from it. This is a beautiful, energetic thing. Alright? I want to be like, it's so inspirational and you don't even know it. It's just through your own hard struggle. And possibly when you thought you were being an asshole and you're coming across and being like, you know what? Fuck you and fuck this and fuck that. Gang. People are going to be like, wow. you're right. You know, Aqua's right. And Aquarius is like a big like social injustice and trying to like speak. I don't want to be like. I don't want to be like change the system. Basically, like every single Aquarius that I've ever met is like they want to change the way they want to burn the world to the ground. They are not like they want to change the way things are done in this realm. I feel like to match up to the way they do it in other realms. It is. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but we're moving on. I hope that resonated with you. Made you feel some sort of way. But we're moving on to Pisces. Oh, Pisces. Four buckets. You're making offers that you don't want anyone to know about. They're possibly being rejected and you're not even talking about it. This is keeping a lot of shit to yourself regarding your emotions. The Ace of Swords. To the Three of Spray Cans. The Fool. The way you're talking is new. The way you're talking is new. To the Chariot, because I feel like you possibly, yeah, you're not talking about like dates are going on, things that this is keeping a secret. Where I feel like before you might have been like talking about it a lot, but you're not because it's secret. And, or pursuing things when you get rejected and stuff like that. You're not even talking about it. You're just moving on. Six of Stencils. That's equal give and take. Possibly you could have like, I feel like you could have gotten something here where you're not in like an offer or something of forward movement in the romance department, and you're not saying much about it. All right, you're talking differently about it. Shit. In the future, it's the Three of Spray Cans, the Ten of Spray Cans, the Seven of Stencils in reverse, and Death in reverse. Shit. That's heartbreak. That's regret. That's trying to get over something and letting it go. Ten of Buckets in reverse, okay? This is going through a lot. Like, a lot on your own. Alright? This is a lot of, like, thinking that you're gonna get equal give and take in forward movement, and then now you see greater connections. I see humans, no humanity, and going off by yourself. Being heartbroken over it, needing to get over that, just letting it go, like, allowing your scars to heal. Regret. And having a hard time letting that go. Holding that all in, though. With a strength. This is a whole lot of... There is so much going inside your shell that you're not even telling anyone. A lot of disappointment. Thinking that you're going to get something really, really good. Having offers come in that are good. That make you feel good. And not even feeling like you can talk about it. It's different. It's different. Possibly you want to start a whole new beginning because, like, the people that you could not want to talk about it because the people around you aren't, like, it. So you're keeping it to yourself. Your heartbreak, your everything. All your regrets, everything. You're holding this in because I feel like you cannot share it with them. What's this Ace of Swords? The Five of Brushes in reverse. It's silly. That's silly. I feel like talk about your new beginning. What's this? Seven of Buckets. It's overwhelming, and there's a lot of things that I feel like it's like a lot of shit that you got a lot to talk about that you feel like everyone will think it's silly. You don't want to talk about it, and that makes you upset. And that's why you want to hold it back, and you can't like get out of that. This Eight of Spray Cans. Once you change your perception, you change your life forever. This is feeling like your hands are tied, and there's nothing that you could do about it. But when it's in reverse, your hands are untied, and all of a sudden you're like looking at it a little bit different. This is letting go so much pain and everything and the heartbreak and being able to talk about it. I really do feel like it's regretting all the times that you didn't. You're going to all of a sudden be like, oh shit, I am in a position where I can. This is new. This is new. This is new. You don't have to hold this all in. Ten of Buckets is upright. That's going to make you feel better. Six of Spray Cans is going to give you forward movement. 6-6. This is going to make you feel whole, complete, man. This is like moving into a new place with family. This is like moving into a new place that you absolutely love and it feels like home. I like that. Equal give and take and forward movement. And you possibly could have rejected it before. It could be something like you're like rethinking it. I don't know if that all made sense because I just back and forth. One more and then I'm moving on. The 3 of spray cans is clarified by the 3 of brushes. That's doing something different and approaching it different, approaching heartbreak differently, healing those little wounds on your heart by having clear communication about when you need to end things and not holding back, not feeling like you're tied to situations, a lot of situations, and being very forgiving that, you know, whoops, I jumped into this too soon and maybe I should like cut this out, you know. And I feel like you're going to be able to, this is going to cause a lot of good forward movement. 6 of brushes. And you're going to be very supported when you do. It's going to be a new side of you that people are going to like. So, I hope that resonated with you, made you feel some sort of way. And that is it, my friends. Each and every single sign of the Zodiac. I love you guys. Until next time. Peace.